Well, Susan, we want to catch up with you and chat about new things that you're doing. So thank you for joining us.
Oh, always such a pleasure. My revered and adored colleagues. So very, very happy to be back doing this.
Well, Susan, we usually ask our guests 5 questions about how they got started sewing and some of their sewing history. Well, we've talked to you before. Yeah. So I want to ask you about what trends are you seeing in sewing right now?
Well, it's interesting. Obviously, our lives have been impacted in hundreds of ways by this current COVID situation. So, the question is, what do you make and where do you wear it, right? Because that's always what's in the back of our heads. Well, that's all very different. And, maybe in the past I would have had people making evening gowns and pretty fancy stuff and buying pretty high-end fabrics because, it's a great chance to come to me. We explore this challenge together of the right fabric and the right dress and something very special. And honestly, people are making more practical things. Still, to a couture standard, but I had somebody this week, she made a beautiful skirt. It was a Chanel fabric and we did some quilting and special stuff with it, but it was a skirt, not an evening dress. And I also think people are maybe exploring their stashes a bit more. You're at home, you're looking at what you've got. Maybe there's that. So people do seem to be, I hear that over and over. Oh, I'm using up my stash. I'm getting something from my stash. But really, I think the nature of the garments is changing a little bit. And, that makes sense. It really does, because where would you wear an evening gown these days? Maybe next year, but not at the moment, not so much. So I see that. I don't know if it's a trend or more of a reflection of our current reality.